Ever feel like you're standing at the foot of a mountain, backpack overflow with dreams, but your legs just won't move? Like everyone else got a head start, or maybe even a helicopter ride to the top, while you're stuck figuring out which way is even up. It's that heavy feeling of doubt, that nagging voice whispering you're not good enough, not smart enough, not ready enough. It's adolescence, a time brimming with potential, yet often overshadowed by the fear of falling short. We see you. We see the late nights spent studying, the hours poured into perfecting your craft, the silent battles fought within your own mind. We understand the pressure to fit in, to excel, to have it all figured out before you even have a driver's license. The world tells you to be confident, to be fearless. But what happens when you just don't feel that way? What happens when the mirror reflects not a future leader, but a confused, uncertain kid grappling with insecurities? This isn't about empty platitudes or generic pep talks. This is about digging deep, uncovering the roots of self-doubt, and cultivating a genuine belief in your own potential. Because adolescence isn't just a phase to survive. It's a launch pad to becoming the person you're meant to be. And that journey begins with believing in yourself, even when it feels impossible. Forget the highlight reels you see online. Forget the curated perfection that floods your social media feeds. This is about real life, real struggles, and real solutions. We're not promising overnight transformations or magic formulas. What we offer is something far more valuable. A roadmap to self-discovery, a toolkit for building resilience, and a community of support to remind you that you're not alone on this climb. We're going to explore the specific challenges that teenagers face when it comes to self-belief, the constant comparisons, the fear of judgment, the overwhelming sense of uncertainty about the future. These are all valid and common experiences, but they don't have to define you. You have the power to rewrite your story, to dismantle the negative narratives, and build a foundation of unwavering self-belief. Think of this as a conversation, a heart-to-heart with someone who understands. We'll delve into the psychology behind self-doubt, explore practical strategies for overcoming limiting beliefs, and celebrate the small victories that pave the way for lasting change. This isn't a lecture. It's an invitation to embark on a journey of self-discovery, to unlock your inner potential, and to embrace the incredible person you are becoming. So, take a deep breath, release the tension in your shoulders. Know that you are worthy, you are capable, and you are absolutely not alone. This is your time to shine, to rise above the noise, and to finally believe in the extraordinary power that lies within you. Let's begin. Let's now unravel the intricate web of societal and familial expectations that often ensnare adolescent self-perception. These external pressures, frequently well-intentioned, can inadvertently cultivate an environment where inherent worth becomes contingent upon achievement and conformity. Imagine a young aspiring artist, constantly steered toward more practical career paths by family members who equate success with financial stability. This subtle yet persistent discouragement can erode their confidence in their artistic abilities, leading them to question their talent and ultimately abandon their passion. The message, though unspoken, is clear. Your dreams are not valid unless they align with our definition of success. Conversely, consider the pervasive influence of social media. While offering avenues for connection and self-expression, these platforms often present a distorted reality, showcasing meticulously curated images of seemingly perfect lives. Adolescents, still developing their sense of self, can easily fall prey to the comparison trap, constantly measuring themselves against these unrealistic standards. This relentless pursuit of validation through likes and followers can create a fragile sense of self-worth, dependent on external approval rather than intrinsic value. One can see how easily a teenager might feel inadequate when their carefully crafted post receives fewer interactions than their peers, leading to feelings of isolation and diminished self-esteem. Another crucial layer is the impact of academic pressure. In an increasingly competitive educational landscape, teenagers often face immense pressure to excel in their studies, often at the expense of their overall well-being. The constant emphasis on grades and test scores can create a climate of fear, where mistakes are viewed as failures rather than opportunities for growth. This pressure can lead to anxiety, burnout, and a diminished sense of self-efficacy. Think of a student who consistently receives high marks but still feels inadequate because they compare themselves to classmates who seem to grasp concepts more effortlessly. They might internalize the belief that they are not naturally smart, despite their academic achievements, fostering a deep-seated sense of inadequacy. Now, consider how this applies when you face a setback. Perhaps you didn't make the sports team, or your application to a coveted summer program was rejected. Instead of viewing these experiences as isolated incidents, you might interpret them as evidence of your inherent lack of talent or worth. This negative self-talk can quickly spiral into a cycle of self-doubt, hindering your ability to bounce back and pursue your goals with renewed vigor. Building on this, however, it's important to recognize that these external pressures are not insurmountable. You possess the agency to challenge these narratives and redefine your own definition of success. The first step is to cultivate awareness, to identify the sources of your self-doubt and examine the validity of their claims. Are these expectations truly aligned with your values and aspirations, or are they simply echoes of societal conditioning? Ultimately, believing in yourself during adolescence requires a conscious effort to cultivate self-compassion, embrace imperfection, and prioritize your own well-being. It's about recognizing that your worth is not determined by external validation or societal expectations, but by your inherent humanity and your unique potential. Reflecting on this journey so far, it's become clear that believing in yourself isn't a destination, but rather a continuous negotiation with the internal and external forces that shape your self-perception. It's akin to navigating a dense forest, where the sunlight of self-assurance is often obscured by the shadows of doubt and the tangled undergrowth of societal expectations. The path forward, then, isn't about clearing the entire forest, but about learning to navigate its complexities with resilience and self-compassion. Drawing these strands together, we see a tapestry woven with threads of vulnerability, aspiration, and the unwavering human need for validation. It's a tapestry that often depicts a skewed image of reality, one where imperfections are airbrushed away and success is presented as a linear trajectory. Yet, true self-belief emerges not from conforming to this fabricated ideal, but from embracing the imperfections, acknowledging the detours, and celebrating the small victories along the way. It's about recognizing that the stumbles and setbacks are not signs of failure, but rather integral parts of the learning process, each one offering valuable lessons and strengthening your resolve. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer. It's a path of self-discovery, a journey inward to uncover the unique strengths and talents that lie dormant within you. It's about dismantling the limiting beliefs that have been imposed upon you and replacing them with empowering narratives that reflect your true potential. Think of it as tending a garden, carefully weeding out the negative thoughts and cultivating the seeds of self-compassion and self-acceptance. As we pivot towards a final reflection, consider the cumulative effect of these ideas. It's not about magically transforming into a confident, fearless individual overnight. It's about cultivating a mindset of growth, embracing the challenges that come your way, and learning to trust in your own ability to navigate the uncertainties of life. It's about recognizing that you're not defined by your mistakes or your shortcomings, but by your willingness to learn, to adapt, and to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead seems daunting. Imagine, if you will, a sculptor faced with a block of raw marble. The potential for a masterpiece lies within, but it requires skill, patience, and a clear vision to bring it to life. Similarly, you possess the raw potential to create a life filled with purpose, passion, and fulfillment. But it requires you to believe in your own ability to shape your destiny, to chip away at the doubts and insecurities, and to reveal the masterpiece that lies within. The tools are already in your hands. All that remains is to begin the work. This is not about reaching some mythical endpoint of perfect self-assurance. It's about fostering an ongoing dialogue with yourself, one that is rooted in kindness, understanding, and unwavering support. It's about recognizing that self-belief is not a fixed trait, but a dynamic process that evolves and adapts as you navigate the ever-changing landscape of adolescence. And as we move towards closure, remember that you are not alone on this journey. There is a community of support waiting to embrace you, to celebrate your triumphs, and offer a helping hand when you stumble. So take a deep breath and prepare to embrace the final message, a message that will empower you to believe in yourself, even when it feels impossible. So, having journeyed to the labyrinth of adolescence, grappling with societal pressures and internal doubts, what remains? It's not a checklist of accomplishments or a sudden surge of unwavering confidence, but something far more profound. The quiet recognition of your inherent worth, separate from any external validation. It's the understanding that your value isn't tied to grades, social media likes, or the approval of others. It's a firm, gentle knowing that you are enough just as you are right now. Consider a seed buried deep within the earth. It doesn't berate itself for not being a flower yet. It doesn't compare its progress to the towering trees nearby. It simply trusts the process, drawing nourishment from the soil and reaching for the sunlight at its own pace. Similarly, your adolescent journey is a period of germination, a time of hidden growth and potential waiting to unfold. Embrace the darkness, for it is within these moments of uncertainty and self-doubt that your roots grow strongest. The true practice begins now, not in some distant future when you've achieved all your goals or silenced all your critics, but in the present moment with all its imperfections and challenges. It's about choosing self-compassion over self-criticism, celebrating small victories over dwelling on perceived failures, and embracing the messy, unpredictable nature of life. It's about redefining success on your own terms, not according to the dictates of society or the expectations of others. This isn't a destination, but a lifelong practice. There will be days when the doubts creep back in, when the pressures feel overwhelming, and when the voice of your inner critic becomes deafening. But armed with the insights we've explored, you can navigate these challenges with greater resilience and self-awareness. You can remind yourself that you are not alone, that your worth is intrinsic, and that your potential is limitless. Ultimately, believing in yourself is an act of courage, a defiance against the forces that seek to diminish your spirit and limit your potential. It's about claiming your power, embracing your individuality, and daring to pursue your dreams with unwavering passion. The world needs your unique talents, your perspective, and your voice. Don't let self-doubt silence you. Step into your power, embrace your journey, and believe in the extraordinary person you are becoming.